It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddy S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S.
It's just going to keep buzzing if I don't turn it off.
Welcome, and yes, I am back. This is not a tape show, as some of you would think it's tape.
Hello, come on in.
How are you?
Veggie River.
Veggie Vera's in the house. We're making some autumn squash soup. You know, my favorite. I know. Look, that bag's bigger than her.
That bag, yeah, it is bigger than that.
Anyway, welcome back.
Good to be back.
Did you have a great weekend?
It's got to be one of the most spectacular weekends I've ever had in my life.
Wonderful.
Because so many different things happen.
Nice.
I have never visited some of the places that I went to. I didn't visit any of them. And I got to do it for the first time. But I got to tell you, it is, people are just so funny. The things that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you never know what anybody's going to do until you walk through it with them. So as soon as it started with an Uber drive to West Palm Beach Airport. It started there. So Linda says, okay, you want to get a big car. You know, because I like a big car and 3 suitcases and what have you. And this sports car shows up. So I look at her and I said, what am I going to do with this? And the guy was roomy because all the seats and everything are to the front. But this guy looked like Mario Andretti. And it started there. And from there, it was just one laugh after the other. You ever get in the Uber and says, what the hell is this?
I know. So you booked the wrong size Uber.
No, I guess at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, I guess that you beggars can't be choosy. So we landed in New York, and all of a sudden, they want $200 to take us to the hotel at 9 o'clock in the morning. I guess rush hour. I said, hell to the no. I said, let's take the PATH train.
What's the PATH train?
What is the PATH train? So you can take the subway system in New York City, anywhere in New York, including the airports.
Okay.
So we went out to Howard Beach, which is like way out there, and then you come back into Midtown Manhattan.
How long did that take you?
Oh, 2.5 hours. But that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is getting the nick of, you know how you put your phone up so that you can go through the turnstiles? So I went through the turnstile on the way to Howard Beach, and it turned and caught Linda's bag between the bag and the handles. It was stuck there. I went and I sat down. I says, I can't undo this.
Because
So
she had
Linda-
to wait her turn.
Huh?
She had to wait her
No,
turn.
I'm an idiot. I don't know how to walk through a turnstile. I mean, I've never walked through a turnstile. It's been years. So the guy that comes, he says, you just push it backwards. And it came right out. And he says, why don't you use the door? I said, well, why didn't you tell me about the door? Mm-hmm. From there, it was just one laugh after another.
2 hours to get to your hotel?
2 hours
And what did it cost you?
15 minutes.
$4?
$11. And I was on the subway. Linda got a seat, and she says, come, sit. But I had this monstrosity of a bag. Mm-hmm. So I'm holding on to that bag and the small bag, and I'm hugging the bar, you know, the silver bar?
I got to teach you to pack small.
Well, I started turning around because of the weight in this bag. And there was this lady there, and she's dying. She says, are you doing this on purpose? Can you hold on to that bag? I said, honey, I'm holding on for dear life. And I was going around and around and around. It was hilarious. I guess I made a few people laugh.
Very nice.
And here I am, like the odd couple, me and her, on Circle, the whatever, that Federal Circle, whatever it is, with our suitcases running across.
Nice.
It must have looked, and it was cold, man. It was like 50 degrees.
Were you Columbus Circle?
Yeah. And we went across. Smell a horse in the morning. It's delicious.
Nice.
But the train did not smell at all. I kept saying to Linda, any aroma? No. And then when we got there, they were cleaning them. They had a machine that were cleaning the sidewalks in the subway.
Just give me the ooh.
And you know that the subways have elevators?
Yes.
I took one.
Oh no.
They don't smell.
I don't get an elevators.
I had to because I wasn't walking up the
That's where all the spirits hang out, by the way.
Oh, I say,
all the
I
spirits
told
hang out in
them,
elevators.
casa es tu casa, get the hell out the way.
Yeah, no, I don't do
Do
that.
they hang out on the cruises on the elevators? Because I hate going into those
Yes,
elevators.
I think all.
That's why.
I think the
right.
spirits hang on elevators because they can just attach themselves and they don't have to
now,
leave.
You really, I'm going to, and I don't like walking up and down
Yeah,
the
but you
stairs
can't
on-
walk stairs. You got to take the elevator. Just like tell them you're coming in, leave you alone.
Okay.
If I have to take one, that's what I do.
I'm sorry
I
you told me that.
I tell them like I'm walking in, don't bother me.
I
type of thing.
wasn't walking all those steps because it was in the lower level. You got to go up 2 levels.
Oh, you had a suitcase.
But you had your, I was thinking that. How did you have you were carrying the suitcases?
I was carrying 2.
Oh
So I
my
got in the
God.
elevator right to the street.
Wow.
And we went to so many places. The planetarium, we went to the Empire State Building. I've never been to the Empire State Building. So I got to the 86th floor. I said, this is pretty high up. And Linda says, oh no, there's more. So we went up to the 102nd floor.
How'd you do?
The lady says, you can get closer to the window. I said, no, I'm not. You can rent the 102nd floor for VIP. You can rent it and they will have a dinner for you, romantic dinner, whatever you want. $15,000. I said, no, thank you. And Blue Bloods, that cast of Blue Bloods, they were there at 10 o'clock. We got there at 12 o'clock. I missed them.
Nice.
I missed them. But we had a great time. Went to the Citi Field, which is Old Shea Stadium. Never seen anything like that in my life.
How cold was it?
Well, our seats were by the flagpole, way on top, but because of the new stadium, it was the perfect view. It was the pictures I sent. How cold? It was 44 degrees.
How'd you do with that?
Let's put it this way. There are parts of me that I can't see that are frozen still. Still frozen.
Wow.
You don't like the cold, right? You wouldn't
No.
sit through a game like
No.
that.
No.
Well, we were all bundled up, and it was all good. And then we went last night to the watch party. You know what do you do at a watch party? You know what you do at a watch party?
You watch.
You watch, I guess.
Boy, you guys are just like brilliant. And we got to see it by the 3rd inning. It was a disaster, and I said, "Okay, I'm out of here." 'cause I
You
have
went
go
to see
back.
Hamilton?
Did I go see Hamilton?
Good.
Phenomenal. And apparently, I sat next to a guy who has seen Hamilton over 100 times. He said that crew that was up there, I don't know the guy from Adam. He says, this is the best crew I've ever seen. He says, you got lucky. And then he started naming the people in the whole thing. The stars were there. I'm like, okay, phenomenal. And he was telling me that when he gets depressed, he goes to see Hamilton because it's uplifting. And then I looked up Alexander Hamilton on Wikipedia, and everything in that play is what they did. Everything, including the gunshot that he died and his wife putting in the thing for kids, everything. But my good, I just love Broadway, man. I love Broadway, and I got new ideas. I want to build some sets, because it doesn't matter if they use them or don't use them. It's the look that they have in a playhouse. And when you come into that kind of theater, people's expectations rise. And everything was a standing ovation for this. Every song, how can every song be a standing ovation? And what has it been around for 7 years?
Been around for maybe even more.
7 years? It was packed house. The women's bathroom went around the yada yada. I said, there. It was an unbelievable night. And then during the day we went to 9/11, so that was tough. That was tough. So I had to endure that, and then I went to Hamilton that night. But I got to tell you, so many things that I learned. Then we went to the planetarium, and they talked about how this planet was formed. They talked about the galaxy. They talked about the things that are up in space. Wow. I just sat there bewildered. One thing after the other, after the other. I walked like 8 miles a day, but it was It was just unbelievable. And I did the whole train thing. Went to see my sister. I took Linda to the Heights. I said, well, you remember the movie The Heights? This is it. She says, this ain't it. This ain't it.
Did it look the same?
Oh, no, not at all.
Is it nice, cleaned up?
No, it's like Atlantic Avenue Spanish style.
Okay, that's
You
nice.
got a lot of vegetables in the street. You got a lot of mequetrefes. You got a lot of, you got a lot of
Was that
colorful
the music?
people.
Alicia Keys. The high. Oh, you went. You didn't
No,
get
Alicia wasn't there.
No, I don't mean that. They have a movie because we had to cancel it. And those
Hell's
because we
Kitchen, you
didn't
got to go see it.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen, but we
She
didn't
went
go
to
to
see
New
that.
York because I wasn't. I had COVID, so I couldn't go.
Well, you should go because I would love. I
Well,
almost
we went the
wanted
year
to see.
before. We went to.
I wanted to see another play last night. It was between Hell's Kitchen and The Odd Couple. But we opted out to going to this watch party because we thought the Mets are going to win.
But the reason I mentioned it, the
Disaster.
tickets just went to waste because we didn't.
Because you
give them
couldn't
to-
get your money
couldn't
back.
Get the money back.
You can resell the tickets. It depends
I
on who
think
you
you
bought.
tried, but nothing.
Well, next
happened.
time you come to me, I'll go.
Well, if we book again, if we book again, I guess we'll.
You book again.
Yeah.
A book again.
It's okay.
It's in the garage.
I was here instead.
In the garage. Yeah, Sally's been. She's been here with
How
her.
do you say garage?
Garage.
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 We say garage. No, you say garage here.
You say garage.
No, you say
How do you
garage.
say garage? Garage.
Oh, you listen to her. You don't listen to me.
Garage.
Garage.
I put my car in the garage.
The garage.
And you hit it against the wall. Nobody else see it.
Yeah, I did. That was a while back.
And you guys had good shows. It was good. I saw some of them. I saw the morning show. You guys were doing something or another. Caveman was.
Caveman was with me today. Yes, we had. It was me, Nate, Caveman, and Gordon, but they wouldn't be on camera, so they were just the voices
I
of
was wondering
Beyond
why nobody was on camera.
because they didn't want to be.
What, they're on America's Most Wanted?
Yes, they're camera shy, so they did not want to be on camera. So we just had
What
the
did he say?
conversation.
He said not happening.
It's not happening.
Scary is afraid to be on camera?
He's working out. He's walking miles. He can walk with you.
I saw he was working out. It looks like he swallowed a dumbbell in
He's
his
been working
his
out. He's
bicep
been
is
walking
huge.
3 miles a day. He's doing his thing.
Is he? That's why you don't want to be on camera?
He doesn't like to be on camera, and Gordon doesn't like to get on camera. He's camera shy, but we had some great shows. We had good shows last week.
Yeah, we had a good show. Well, Friday. Oh, yeah.
You had
Friday.
Beatlemania. You had
We
Justin
did,
with
yes,
you.
we did, yeah.
What's up
That
with
was-
Justin leaving me his baseball card?
Yeah, that was for you.
What is that?
He's quite a character.
Oh, he's a super character.
Super character.
Super character.
We've got Call Me
I was
Zena.
actually lost for words.
She was. She's like,
I was watching the show and you said that on the air. I was like, why would she say that?
What did I say?
I'm lost for words.
No, I didn't.
That's what you
That's the first
told
time I've
Jane.
said it.
No, you said it to Jay.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted him to talk to him.
Oh, is that what it is?
He had a
He
lot to
did.
discuss.
But it looked
with
like
him.
a fun show. How
Yeah,
was
it was.
the
It was a fun
Impulso
show.
Latino at 11? How was that?
I think it was good. It looked beautiful. I had a meeting. I was at the Delray Chambers, so
Oh, you weren't here either.
I walked in about 11, about 10 to 11.
Who was here? That
G-Man and
Danielle?
and Danny ran it, and they did a great job. And there were some other people here also, I think. And I got here about 11, and they were in full control. And then Janet stayed with me. Lucky came to co-host with me. Sally was here.
I
and
saw
Jay
that
was
Lucky
here.
showed up and she wasn't going to come for her show, but she came for your show.
Yes,
That's mental.
she had a meeting, so she knew she could be here by. She got here at 12:30. So we started a little bit late, but it was all good. They had nice shows and. Inside the Mind of
it
the
was a good
Artist was a
Fri-
great
Happy
show.
Friday, it was
Happy
good.
Friday, yeah. So a lot of good stuff
To
happening.
drink heavily?
No.
Did I what?
Drink heavily?
No, there was no drink in the house.
As a matter of fact, I don't even think I ever made a second pot of coffee
No.
all week
Why?
This is
because we didn't need it.
Why?
because
I know.
everyone was just high on life.
There was like coffee, water. No one was really drinking
Well,
the
there
coffee.
was one. Well, I shouldn't say it on the air.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
It was one
No,
of
you
the
shouldn't.
spirits. It was one of the spirits. Spirit drank the spirit.
It's funny because I talked to the hotel about my famous coffee, and they actually let me pour it. And they said, this is unbelievable. Which is this your recipe? And I says, yeah, just don't tell nobody. So I left my mark.
We've got Veronica Green at the other side of the studio. We're doing autumn soup,
Oh, goody, goody.
autumn squash soup, which is always my
What does
favorite.
autumn squash soup mean? That's pear soup? What is that? That yellow soup?
It's really like a pumpkin soup, which is, I mean, pumpkin is a squash, so it's just like a fall vibe soup. And we're going to use a veggie stock as the base, And then we're going to put some pumpkin puree and mix it in with some really good, delicious veggies, and should be good.
Are we gonna cook inside a pumpkin for Halloween?
That would be fun, but you really need an oven, in-house oven to do that.
Yeah, we'll cook it before and then say this is what it looks like.
I could try. I've never done that before. I've seen it. It's so beautiful.
I see it all
just
over
cook
TikTok.
all your ingredients in the pumpkin and put the whole thing in the oven, and then you could just eat right out of the pumpkin.
That's
so
what it is.
fun.
You like pumpkin?
I love
I don't
pumpkin.
have every
heat it up
pumpkin like
afterwards on
pumpkin.
that burnt. You can't do it up. You could bring it in and heat it up on that or not?
No, you can't heat it up on that. It would have to be made in the oven, and then I guess I could heat it in the oven before I get here, and then it would just be
Right.
warmish or room temperature while it was on air. But that would be okay. I could try something like that. It's a challenge.
We'll see what happens. All right.
Now
let's
that
take-
you guys have rain, I heard that there's a storm in Cuba, but it's going north.
It's not coming. It's going to go.
It's going to go north.
It's going to move out.
It's going
It's a
out to sea.
hurricane.
It's a hurricane.
We're not getting
And
it.
then there's one in the south. Where's that one going?
It's going out west.
Mainly.
So we're not getting hit.
Belize, no.
Everybody was asking me if we had a storm coming. I says, I don't know. I haven't been
I think
there.
there's
Yep.
a cold front, isn't it? or
He doesn't
something?
even pay attention to what
Yeah,
happens
we
with
should
us
have
while
told
he's
him it was
gone.
heading
He
here this
doesn't look,
afternoon.
he doesn't call, he doesn't anything.
Dawn, wasn't it? They said this afternoon it was coming here. Oh, I don't know. Just joking.
All right, let's take a quick
It's
commercial
here.
break.
It's here.
And let's get all set up. You can
Oh, a
follow us
hurricane.
on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Like and subscribe to Amp Media Productions as well. We've got a great fall recipe coming up with some soup. We've got Call Me Zena, host Sally Bernard is in the studio. We've got some other shows happening this afternoon. So more to come on the other side of this commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Are you ready to win a brand new 2027 Audi A3? The Core Foundation, in conjunction with AMP Media Futures Foundation, is giving you the chance to drive away in luxury while supporting scholarships and community programs. First prize, a new 2027 Audi A3. Second prize, an American Electric Stellar bike. Third prize, a $250 Visa gift card. The drawing will be held Saturday, December 19th, 2026 at the Fort Lauderdale Marriott North, and you do not need to be present to win. Tickets are only $20. Purchase yours today at Ampy Media Production Studio or call 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422 or email mail to production@ampy2.tv.
AI is changing business fast. Is your business ready? Contact Steadwell.Solutions. With Steadwell Solutions, businesses can own and operate their own private AI systems instead of relying entirely on giant cloud data centers. Get the power of AI while keeping greater control of your valuable business information. Private, practical, powerful, and competitively priced. Don't watch your competition move ahead. Make AI your advantage today. Get started now. Email info@aichainexperts.com or visit Steadwell.Solutions. That's STEADWELL.Solutions. Steadwell Solutions. Own your AI, control your data, power your future.
At AM2TV, we don't just create content, we produce experiences. From concept to final cut, we bring your vision to life with cinematic quality and precision. Whether it's music videos, branded content, or live productions, we make it stand out. AM2TV, where your vision gets amplified.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You're out. What? What do you mean I'm out? I never did. He said you're out. It should be safe, man. It should be safe. He's the umpire. If he says you're out, you're out. Can you believe this? No, don't bring me into this. I need it. I don't want to hear it. You're out. Bye.
And we're back.
All right, so how'd you do on your food while you were away?
How did I do on my food? Well, my food was my food.
Do you have any nice soups? Any fall squash, pumpkin, anything?
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't have any pumpkin anything. I didn't have no fall nothing. She went up there to see the foliage. I found one tree.
Yeah, the trees hadn't changed yet.
One tree. That's it. So I put her under the tree and says, okay, make believe you're in foliage. I mean, there was no foliage.
Yeah, when we were in D.C. last week, nothing had really changed yet.
Nothing, except the weather gets cold, and then it was 72 degrees, and then it gets cold. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Well, it's a good thing we've got Veronica Green then, and she's going to give you your fall foliage soup. She's going to be cooking up some fall pumpkin squash soup, I think.
Yes.
I love squash soup. You know, it's like my go-to.
Yeah, well, so I'm gonna give you guys the easy version, like the quick, like do it yourself at home if you have company coming over version, because the real like long-winded way that would take longer but would probably bring out more of the flavors is if you were to create the veggie stock from scratch, make your own stock, and also roast the veggies and blend them up and put, really create it all from scratch. We don't have an oven and time for all that here, so we're gonna use a pre-made vegetable broth, which
is green on it. Green box.
There we go. This is, it works. If you don't have enough time and you want a quick soup, it's still just as delicious. This is the organic vegetable broth from Whole Foods Market, the 365 brand. It's actually a really good one. I use it quite often. So I already have that in my pot. I just dumped it in and I have it on a low heating setting right now. And we're going to start by just go ahead and add the pumpkin puree. Now again, if you wanted to do this the way where it's going to really bring out the pumpkin and squash flavors, start with a fresh, real like pumpkin or squash, whatever squash you want to use, roast it to bring out those flavors. And then once it's done roasting, you can emulsify it, or you can just put it in the blender. And then that'll be added to your veggie stock. But for today, we're using the pumpkin puree. So you're just gonna I put this entire thing of veggie stock, by the way. This whole thing is empty now. And I'm gonna add probably, this is a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna do a heaping dollop of that, maybe one more. Can't have enough pumpkin.
You like pumpkin? Are you a big fan of pumpkin?
I love pumpkin, yes. I really love it.
Pumpkin pie. Let's make pumpkin pie.
I love pumpkin everything. This is like such a happy time of year. It's pumpkin spice season. So I'm gonna mix that up. Pumpkin is really healthy too. It has lots, rich in beta carotene. Beta carotene turns into vitamin A once it's digested, so it's like really good for your eyes and skin health. It's very healthy. And because it's already pureed, it just blends right in with the veggie stock, and the whole thing has turned like this beautiful deep orange. See if I get my other spoon.
So that's it. It's just veggie stock and pumpkin puree.
Well, that's the
base.
Kind of the base, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's, like I said, the easy way to do it. It's kind of like the cheat way, but it works. It really does work. And then I'm also going to add coconut cream. So this is not coconut milk, coconut cream. There is a difference. This is like a little bit more concentrated, and it's really good for soups. It gives it just a slight coconut flavor, and it'll turn your dark orange into a slightly lighter color, but it's really makes it creamy and tasty. All right, so I'm gonna mix that in, and that's really your base.
She makes it easy, right?
Yeah.
I love my Monday lunch.
And then, of course, you want to add a little bit of seasonings. I already added a little bit of salt in there. I'm just going to put some pepper and a little bit of cinnamon just to give it some fall vibes. And now we're going to move on to the actual veggies. So a lot of times when you get a pumpkin soup or a squash soup, it's just like a smooth soup with nothing in it, which is good. But I personally really like a chunky soup. I like veggies and hearty stuff in my soup. So let's start off with some onion. This is actually a shallot. And shallots are very similar taste to an onion. They're just like a little bit more mild. So if you're going to be, even if you're using this for like a sauce, or even if you're putting it in a salad where it's actually not going to get cooked or eaten raw, shallots are a great option because they don't have that really overpowering onion taste. And I find that they don't make your eyes water. So they're a good option.
Can you substitute an onion for a shallot?
Yeah, you can. It will just affect the flavor slightly. It'll be a more mild onion taste, and they're slightly sweeter. They're really a great option.
Oh, okay.
Slightly.
Slightly sweeter. Sally, you like to cook?
No.
In the garage?
Sally
what
does
Alva
not
used to
cook. You don't
sometimes
cook.
That's funny we said that because he used to make spicy things and you'd cook them in the garage.
In the garage.
In the garage.
But
Because the
you
smell-
don't cook. You like to go out.
I love
No,
your
I
accent,
enjoy
Sally.
cooking, so I do enjoy cooking.
Do you?
As long as it's once in a while. But
What have you ever cooked?
chicken soup?
Oh, okay.
No, I used to make a great curry. Do you like? I don't know if I can eat the spices. I make
Curry.
a curry. If you want me to, I can bring it in one day.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I pass on that.
All right. These are fresh garlic chives that are actually from my
Oh, wow.
my little balcony garden, my container garden at home. So I'm just going to use my little kitchen scissors and add them in. Now, if you make the base of the soup and you add in like the onions and the garlic chives and stuff, you can actually let it sit overnight if you have time for this. And that'll let the flavors marinate too, even more. Have you ever had fresh garlic chives?
No, I was going to say, what else do you have growing on your balcony?
Oh gosh, I have sage, oregano, a lot of herbs. I have basil.
All in pots?
All in pots, yeah.
Wow.
All right. So that's good. Don't know if you can,
so nicely.
I know.
you can see it.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Can you see it?
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, so it's getting there. It
That's
smells
amazing.
good. It's starting to smell really good. All right, and then we're going to add just a handful of shredded carrots. And I like to have spinach in my soups or some type of green. It doesn't have to be spinach because it wilts once it gets into the hot liquid. And so with every couple of sips, you get like a little bit of that wilted greens in your bite. So you don't even have to cut them any fancy way. I'm just ripping them apart and dropping them in.
She makes it all look so easy, right? And then you just start with the base, and none of this is expensive. It's the other amazing thing to me.
Yeah,
Because, right,
that's
you had a
true.
can of
Yeah.
pumpkin, you had a thing of vegetable stock, and some coconut cream. Everything else are veggies. You know, with shallots, some chives,
Yeah,
spinach.
it's really not,
a whole lot of anything. It's
not
That
expensive.
costs a lot of money.
And that's the idea. I mean, look, there's always like the more expensive and the more labor-intensive way to do everything, and sometimes that pays off. But I like when I come on here, I really do try to find like the easy way and the inexpensive way because I'm trying to like show people that you don't have to make cooking and eating healthy so complicated. It really can just be, you can come home and whip something up in 30 minutes if you're-
Whatever you make, Veronica, she does it with such feeling and such love.
Right?
It's got to
Thank
taste
you.
good no matter
Aw.
what.
Thank you. Okay, here comes the fun stuff now.
Oh, there's more.
There's more.
Oh, there's more.
So I have, this recipe because it's like a pumpkin soup, it would technically call for either pumpkin or some type of squash, but I didn't actually have any of that on me. So I'm using sweet potato instead, which is also a fall root vegetable. So I baked this morning in the oven. I just roasted it with a little bit of coconut sugar. These are sweet potatoes, and they will be delicious in the soup, just as good as the squash. So the sweet potatoes, you just kind of like stab it with a knife, just to let the hot air, have a place to escape. You put it in the oven at 400 degrees for I don't know, 45 minutes. And the whole house smells amazing, and you have sweet potatoes ready to go. You could even chop them up and just keep them in your fridge for the week. They're really easy to make.
400 degrees in the oven or the refrigerator?
In the oven. What kind of refrigerator do you have, Freddie,
No,
that's
I thought
going
I
to four?
swore I heard her say take 4 and put it in the refrigerator.
Did I misspeak?
She said you can put it in the refrigerator afterwards, and you have
After
it for
you
the
cook
week.
them,
So
yes.
you can eat for the week.
And then have it for the week, right.
I love sweet potatoes.
I love sweet potatoes. And you can, of course, you can eat the skin, but I'm actually
I
peeling it off.
always eat the
for
skin.
this
Aren't you
recipe.
supposed to eat the skin?
You can. For this recipe, I'm peeling it off. I just think the chunks of sweet potato are going to be better without the skin for this recipe. But yeah, like if it was just a baked potato that you were just going to eat on its own with some butter and chives and stuff, then yeah, I would leave the skin on. All right, add it in and use whatever you have, whatever veggies you have at home. It doesn't have to be sweet potato. If you have pumpkin, if you have squash, you can use that. Soups are easy because it's kind of like a salad. You just, whatever you have, add it in.
Everything goes.
Everything goes. Okay.
You like soup?
I love soup. Put mushrooms in that bad boy and it makes no difference.
So the last thing I want to add is a little bit of lentils. I always have to have a bean in most of my recipes. And I haven't done lentils for a while. But you could use chickpeas. You could use
Really?
red beans.
Those are from the can, or did you have regular ones
No,
that you made?
these are actually, they're fresh. I cooked them in the pressure cooker last night.
I was just going to mention that.
But you could use canned.
I was just going to ask you if you ever cook in a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
And you just said that.
Yeah.
I've never used a pressure cooker.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah,
Really
it just
good,
makes
yeah.
it so much easier.
It keeps in everything too,
quicker.
right?
It cooks it right away.
Yeah.
You have a pressure cooker?
I got pressure everything.
I've used a pressure cooker for years.
Do you? What you put in it?
Soups are very good with it. I mean, you can cook anything in it. But
Isn't it funny? You had 2 kids, you raised your kids, you cooked. You had to.
And now I went.
Now it's like, why?
Exactly.
Why?
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 Why? You're funny.
That's why I go out to eat.
All right, so I'm going to just give it a quick little taste real quick.
It was pretty easy.
It's very easy. Okay, personally, I like a tiny bit of like sweetness to it, so I'm gonna put a little bit of maple syrup.
Wow.
Always with the maple syrup. She's like.
It's very savory, and it has like a saltiness to it, so the sweet and salty will be good together.
You just put a little, right?
Just
That's
a little.
just a little.
Yeah. And then if you can see in the pot,
Wow, look at that.
it's just this hearty, delicious.
That looks delicious.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I want to let it marinate for a little while, and then I will kind of dish it out. I brought these bowls to serve it in. You guys can all try it. But that was it. The only seasonings I used were salt, pepper, and a little bit of cinnamon. And I mean, it's just simple
Maybe
recipe.
we can
everything.
write the recipe out. We can put it in our newsletter,
Yeah, sure.
which would be great for a fall soup recipe. Something nice and easy.
Oh, the lentils in it are so good.
Because we were talking this morning, and Nathan has like a whole bento box of food and rice and all kinds of things. And I said, Gordon, what do you have for lunch? He said, a boost shake. So I think there's something between Nathan and Gordon's lunch, which is the soup that Veronica made.
It looks very healthy.
It's good.
You like pumpkin?
I love pumpkin.
Did you gonna love
I
the
love
soup?
pumpkin pie, but I can't eat it.
No pumpkin pie. We're not quite there yet. You got a whole nother month to Thanksgiving
I'm
season.
tired with this whole not there yet
You can't
routine.
eat pumpkin. You can't have the soup.
There's a lot of things I can't eat, honey.
I'm so sorry.
And so am I. So am I, honey.
No,
All
I
right.
mean that sincerely.
Why don't we take a quick break? I think we've got this day in history coming up. Let the soup marinate a little bit more. We'll come back. We'll talk to Veronica, see what else is happening at the garden, because now is a beautiful time of year to get out, take your kids outside, see what's happening, and then we'll chit-chat with that a little bit more. So more to come on the other side of this commercial break. We'll be right back.
Do you want Back September 18th through the 20th. Stars from Sons of Anarchy, Tori Spelling, wrestling legend Kevin Von Erich, and more. See cosplayers, star cars, artists, and hundreds of vendors. Fun for the whole family. September 18th through the 20th. South Florida Expo Center, West Palm Beach, Florida. Get tickets now at ultraconcity.com. That's ultraconcity.com.
Looking for great coffee and a place to unwind? Come to Tiki Coffee and Desserts. We serve gourmet coffee made fresh, rich espresso, smooth lattes, and handcrafted specialty drinks made just the way you like them. Pair it with one of our delicious desserts, from creamy cheesecakes to fresh pastries and sweet treats, made to satisfy every craving. No matter what you're in the mood for, you can trust that it's been prepared with care and quality ingredients. Enjoy a warm, welcoming atmosphere where our friendly staff make you feel right at home the moment you walk in. Whether you're meeting friends, taking a break, getting some work done, or simply treating yourself, Tiki Coffee and Desserts is the perfect stop. Don't miss out on an irresistible experience you'll want to come back to again and again. Tiki Coffee and Desserts, the hottest new coffee shop in Boca.
Hi everyone, my name's Herschel Faber. I am the director and producer of Ethan Bloom. We are in our 18th week at Movies of Del Rey in amazing Delray Beach. Come on down, see the movie, bring a friend. It's a feel-good film. It'll make you laugh and make you cry, but in a good way. And I hope to see you there. We do Q&As on the weekends. They're a lot of fun, and I look forward to meeting you all.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
On August 7, 1606, Shakespeare's Macbeth was reportedly performed for the first time before King James I at Hampton Court Palace. On August 7, 1959, Explorer 6 was launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida. Later, it became the first U.S. satellite to transmit a photograph of Earth from space. On August 7, 1992, the Orlando Magic signed #1 overall draft pick Shaquille O'Neal, beginning the Hall of Famer's NBA career. On August 7, 2007, Barry Bonds hit his 756th career home run, surpassing Hank Aaron to become Major League Baseball's all-time home run leader.
We're back.
She says her accent is funny today. Wow.
Just like how funny.
Wow, Veronica, this looks amazing.
And I added a little bit of pepitas in there, which are pumpkin seeds.
It doesn't go with my coffee.
It doesn't go with your coffee?
No, I'm going to have the soup. I put the coffee aside.
Well, that's delicious because it's not too pumpkin-y. It's like a vegetable broth. It tastes just like everything you put in it. Delicious. What do you think, Freddie? Nice and healthy for you.
Is this healthy for me?
I don't know if I mean, obviously it didn't really marinate for a long, long time. So the longer it sits, the more flavorful it will become.
The heartier it gets.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at, you like Sally? And look, there's vegetables in it. You got potato in it and everything.
I love sweet potatoes.
Have you ever made roasted beets?
Yeah, I love roasted beets. I
like
did.
beets?
I actually did a roasted beet hummus. It was in February with the kids at the garden. We did it was like a Valentine's hummus. So the hummus, when we
So it was
mixed
red?
it with it became pink. It was so cute.
They liked it?
Yeah, they loved it.
This is different.
It's like vegetable soup, pumpkin soup combined.
It's really good, girl.
You like it?
Delicious. Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome.
What's happening at the museum?
At the garden.
At the garden, sorry.
It's okay. We're now back into the fall swing of things. So we have our programs. We have on Mondays, actually, we have a beautiful new program that's actually a theater class. So that is really exciting. That's something we never offered before. We have a teacher. Her name is Polly, Miss Polly. She's a wonderful mixed media arts major, and she specializes in theater and dance. And so she teaches every Monday now it's a series. I believe it's a 10-week series. And they're in their 3rd week now. So the kids come and they do theater, just learning how to kind of get into character and how to loosen up and just be silly and take on different roles. And she has all of these they're almost like personality games that she plays with them to help them loosen up and get into character. And then at the end of the 10 weeks, the goal is for them to work up to a performance, like a small little cute performance that they'll put on for the parents.
Oh, so cute.
The audience, yeah. So that's every Monday. And then Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we have pop-up workshops. My cooking classes are one of them. Miss Marissa at the garden, she teaches a move and groove class where we dance, we clear out the tiki hut, and everybody has a big dance party, and she does yoga, and they make musical instruments. On Thursdays, we still have our Mother Nature and Me program, which is a story time, arts and craft for the toddlers. And Fridays, we have Garden Adventures, which is a gardening activity that I lead every Friday. So lots of things. I mean, really, we're open Monday through Saturday now. We're only closed on Sundays. So you can come by and sign your kids up for whatever you think they'd be interested in. But it's a lot of different things. So you have to really go to the website and see what we have going on. Because if you just show up, you might not know if it's age appropriate for your little one. So go to delraybeachchildrensgarden.org and look at the whole web.
Is that supported by the city?
Not yet. We're hoping to
Really?
eventually be, but yeah, we are a I want to say self-sustaining, but we apply for all kinds of grants and sponsorships and stuff because we're a nonprofit organization.
You're nonprofit, but you're not part of the city, so definitely go out and help support them for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. The programs bring in some revenue, but really the bulk of what we do is fundraising through grants and sponsorships. So.
Amazing. Well, Bridget's been lovely, so she's helping us. So
yes,
she's
awesome.
Working with us also.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Just some people are so nice. Isn't it funny because there's so many people that aren't nice, and then you meet somebody nice, and you're thinking, why are they so nice?
You almost think like there's something up.
It should be the opposite, right? You'd be like, why are they so nasty? But when you meet nice people, because they're so few and far between, someone who's generally with their heart helpful and nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is like amazing.
I'm suspicious when they're so nice.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like sad that it's come to that, but yes,
Right?
that's true. I feel like the garden attracts those type of people though. Like I feel so lucky because when I go, in to work every day, I'm like dealing with these amazing families and they all come with their own skill sets. Like sometimes I have families who have been coming to me with their little ones for years. And then one day we'll just get into conversation and I find out they're an artist or they're this or they're that. Or they have all of these skills. And I'm like, oh my gosh, not only are you wonderful, not only do I love your children, but you're so talented too.
It's just amazing. I know you become suspicious because people are being nice. And it shouldn't be that way.
I know.
But I guess we just become jaded in this business or maybe in everything.
Jaded.
I know.
No, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You're like green
You
jade.
meet more people here, though.
No, it's not everywhere garage. No, it's not. Don't say that.
It's in London. And
People are very
everywhere.
nice,
They're
especially
nice and all.
when you go to places like where she works. Everybody, you're going to see the best out of everybody. And you're not going to see a wild man scarecrow. It's not going to happen.
Think about it. We've almost been here 5 years. I was thinking when you said that we were Wizard of Oz when we went to the garden 5 years ago before we moved here.
Yeah, you melted, Dorothy.
It was hot.
You
Oh
were
my gosh,
Dorothy.
it was
She
so hot
melted.
that year.
That was hilarious.
I know. I'm hoping this year we have a cooler Halloween because it's
I know.
already kind of, it's still sort of hot, but it's cooled down a little.
A little bit. Yeah, it's next week. Jay, how do you like the soup? Got to tell the crew in there. Send Abdullah out.
No, don't send Abdullah.
Don't send Abdullah
He'll eat
out.
the plate.
I have 2 more bowls here. Yeah, you're welcome to.
All right, Nate, who's ever on board, if there's 2 more bowls of soup, if anyone wants to come out and get some soup. All right, Sally, what do we got for Call Me Zena?
I think we have something to do, is it karma or a lesson that we're learning?
Are you asking or telling us?
I can't remember what I put on Facebook, to be honest with you. I think, is it karma or
Karma? Lessons learned.
lessons learned?
That's interesting because I think from other lives, we come into this life still with lessons to learn.
And it's funny because I was actually talking to Steve about that. That's very much on my mind. So maybe we'll talk. That's what it's going to be about. Yes, we do. We actually, even as far as I know, we keep our own personality too. We bring it into our lifetimes.
But then I think they don't. If you don't solve that karmic situation, you're going to have to hit it again in the next lifetime, right?
It can skip a lifetime as far as I know too, but you will eventually have to. But we make the decisions. It's not anybody else. Again, I can't prove any of this. It's what I really learn. And I hear other people say the same thing. So to me, that's validation on what I hear. But we come into a lifetime, and if we don't, we'll get it maybe a couple of times or 4 or 5 times, which we talked about, the same scenario, but different characters, so to speak. But it will go into another lifetime. So maybe it is a good topic, right?
It's
I
a
don't
good
want to
topic.
take the whole show up on this show.
I have a question for Sally.
Yes.
Maybe you know the answer.
Maybe not,
Or have
but
a
I'll
feeling.
try.
Do you think that there's certain spirits or certain souls that have come back so many times that they've completed their mission, they've learned all the lessons, and they are like enlightened, and they maybe don't have to come back anymore? Like, is there a place where they go?
I love that question. I'd like to, if you could call in today on my show, actually, you can answer too. Yes. Well, we never stop learning, no matter where we are. We're on a journey, but that's our choice. The only way we might stop is if you choose not to come back to reincarnate. So there are many people, we've been back, as far as I can tell you, many, many times. But there are people that have come in that know, and I'm going to use other planets because I truly believe there are other places that are more enlightened. And they come to this planet specifically because it's a difficult planet, Earth, very difficult to learn. So they may come back and then they've learnt their lessons that they wanted to hear and go somewhere else. And I never get into where eventually we go because I just don't.
Yeah.
But we do keep coming back, and we do come from other planets to learn. So it could be 10 times, it could be 1,000, but that choice is up to us.
Wow.
As far as I know.
Did you ever read the books by Dr. Weiss?
I knew you were going to say that. Many Masters, Many Lives. I was going to interrupt you, and I said, no, I won't, but I knew. That was one of the very first books that I read that actually got me thinking that reincarnation did exist.
For me too. Those books got me believing in it as
and
well.
then Shirley MacLaine at that time came out on Out on a Limb, where she had a lot to lose, but now it's much more acceptable. It wasn't maybe 15 when his books first, because he was a well-known psychiatrist.
Right.
Yeah. Very interesting.
And I remember from his books that he said he even waited before coming out and telling his story.
He did.
Because he was so kind of like insecure about what the psychiatry community like, that they would judge him, because that's not an accepted concept in that community.
At that time, I mean, much more now, and he was very, very, I think he was in I'm not sure what hospital, but he was a well-known psychiatrist.
Yeah.
But he couldn't deny it because
He was down at the University of Miami Jackson, I believe.
He was.
I think he was down at Jackson.
Yes, I think so, because he is around. He was in this area somewhere. But he would hypnotize people and bring them his first patient. I never forgot that book.
Yeah,
she went into a different lifetime. He was taking them back into this lifetime, and I believe we come in with certain ailments even that we've had,
right?
And they're still there, or in wars, if you've been shot, there are clues all around us. Yeah,
Definitely.
That was a great question.
Thanks.
Or maybe you would teach, like Aldo. When he came back to find you, is to teach.
He actually, yes, he came in to find me because he said I knew all this from another lifetime, which you know about. But then it was dormant in me. I had 2 lifetimes when I didn't want to talk. And I mean, it's just everybody, depending how many lives. We've had lots of lifetimes. So he came in to really spark my memory up again, so to speak. I can't deny it. Too much for me. And if other people hear this, they may begin to think, well, that happened to me, but I didn't realize what it was. So
You know what's fascinating to me is like the idea that like our civilization continues to progress, with everything, so, technology, like we're just progressing in this one direction, in this
Right.
upward direction. And so, but then when you pass on, if you come back, you have these lessons that you're still meant to learn, but you have to now learn them in like a whole new environment because society has progressed. You know what I mean? So like somebody might be here today in this day and age learning a lesson that they were meant to learn back in, my grandmother's day when they didn't even have the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like
I do, but my answer to that would be a long answer, which I could do on my show. I'd like to do that, but
I need to join your
we,
show.
we choose when we come in and
Yeah.
what we want to do. We basically have our lives planned, but we have free will and we can still change that. But I do believe, which my show is probably more better to talk about it, is that the technology was here thousands of years ago, but that's another whole show. So the people that might come in, we are advanced tremendous. Look how far we've come in 50 years.
Right.
But they're having help. That's another story.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Another believer, another one
I
of
love
us.
that. Call in, or I know you can't always stay, but I'd love you to stay for the show.
What time does your show start?
2:30 every Monday at 2:30.
2:30. Okay.
You're asking some great questions, Veronica.
I know.
It doesn't surprise
But you're
me.
able to call in too, because usually on
Yes,
Mondays
absolutely.
I have somewhere that I usually have to be around.
Because that would
2,
be, I would
2:15.
go more into it, but
And it's from 2:30 until when?
3:30.
Until it's 1 hour. Okay. Okay.
Great,
Thank you.
I'm not surprised that you're asking me those questions.
I find that topic very fascinating.
Are you
I love
able
it.
to talk to people and see their past lives?
Well, I did with Jay. I was sitting on.
I know,
some-
but that was a specific.
No,
what
I-
about anybody?
I can do that. Yes, I can, because I can sense. I actually like it, but that's just me. It doesn't mean that I can't do that because I have. But I like to have the one-on-one with someone. But I can do it without doing that too. But it'll still come to me because I can sense something. Well, you're here.
So when you talk to people, does it happen? Like if you're talking to Jay over there and you could see her past life?
Well, I usually get some sort of validation, and I'll go into Google because I got Jay's name from a past life when we were sitting there. And the person, we looked it up, and I gave the century that it was actually just before Jay came into this lifetime. I gave the name, and he was an artist, and he was a pencil artist. So how much validation?
But if you talk to Jalen, will you see anything in her past?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. I can, but I tune. It takes me, it's not even a second because I answer the questions pretty fast.
She answered before she comes out of her
Yeah,
mouth.
I can pick up because we're energy, so I pick up on that energy, and that energy will come in where you've been and what you've done in another lifetime. We've had many, many lifetimes, many, in my belief.
And does that dictate what her future is going to look like?
Depends. It can or it cannot, because if you've had many lifetimes, I would probably bring in a lifetime that would be, it would help you in this lifetime. If you bring in all the lifetimes, they're not all related to this particular lifetime. There's nothing wrong with my voice, just keeps going. Now I lost my train of thought. So you will get the message of what you need from another lifetime if it's something that's going to relate to who you are in this lifetime right now. We're the same person, but with different scenarios and different things. If we brought in everything, Aldo was a very good example. Anybody that's reading my book, he's Adamir in my book. He remembered a lot of his lifetimes, but he only brought in what would relate to where I was in the lifetimes with him, or what would help him and serve him best in this particular lifetime. It's like reading books. You're going to bring, if you want to know something in a book, you'll pull it out of a library, but there are many more books there, but you only need that specific book. That's a good analogy.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, it was. They
Whoever
just
gave
told me
that to you.
They just did. I think it
Got
was
that?
Aldo, because I was talking about Aldo. Yeah, he's been around me a lot. A lot. Really? You know, I mean, it's up to everybody if they want to believe it or not. That's fine. But I've had too much validation. That's how I was right in the beginning. When previous lives, and this is many years ago, but I mean, I was drawing. I started drawing, and I'd never drawn anything not that long ago, about 25, 30 years ago, well, not 25 years ago, I'm drawing things from previous lives that I've never seen, signs and symbols at that time. So I had to wake up. It says awaken.
Sometimes a lesson learned today is something that you should acknowledge of your past, no?
Yes, but we still learn new things. But in order to get to those new things, we sometimes have to bring in the lessons of our past.
Right.
This is a
So,
very intelligent
but you
person to do.
acknowledging that
Yes.
is a lesson learned.
It's a lesson learned for this particular lifetime. Now, having said that, it may not, if we've learned it, we might probably bring it in on our next lifetime. That's the karma. We have to settle a lot of karma too. That's basically people, you know.
We got a lot of karma to settle.
As a
with people.
question, you know, and as you know, you can suddenly meet someone and feel an instant liking.
Yeah.
Or you can say, for no apparent reason, I think I'm going to walk away from that. I mean, being polite, but walk away from that person.
Yeah. No, I really do believe in it. I mean, some of the stories are just, they're undeniable. They're just undeniable. Unless you think these people are just flat out lying, then that's your choice to believe that. But I mean, if you believe that these people who have had these experiences are being truthful and sharing their real, genuine experience, it's undeniable. Like when I read Dr. Weiss's book, it was like goosebumps everywhere.
me
I mean,
too.
it was like the son that passed away, the little boy,
I remember,
started
I read many
speaking.
books.
He got a message regarding his son through his first
That's
patient,
right.
and she had no way of knowing
That's
about that.
right.
He didn't share that with her. Nobody knew about it besides him and his wife.
And he brought also people that would talk in different languages, because in
Yes.
their super consciousness, as Alda would put it to me, they'll come out with a language that they spoke in another lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
It was undeniable. I remember I was going to Washington on a train, and I read Shirley MacLaine too, who had a lot to lose at that point. Her first book, I believe, was Out on a Limb. So I read the two together, and I just, from then onwards.
Yeah, well, it definitely opened my eyes and made me start thinking about the possibility, at least.
And that's what I try to do, hopefully, on my show. People will listen. I can only talk about examples of what's happened to me, but it's undeniable what's
Well, I
happened
think
to me.
examples are the best way to
Yeah.
teach people, because, I mean, when you just start talking about past lives to somebody who has never heard about it, it can sound really like just whimsical and like, you know, fairyland. Like it doesn't sound real, but when you start hearing the stories, they are undeniable.
Right, exactly.
I mean, it's crazy.
Exactly. And I mean, I would had to have been stubborn in the first part of my life, because here I'm drawing things I've never seen.
Right.
And then I'm showing, Alda, my friend, was showing me on the internet some of the signs and symbols from that century that I had never seen in this lifetime. So I had to believe.
Have you ever had witnesses of anything in your past life? Have you ever acknowledged, ever seen, ever dreamt, ever
Yes.
daydreamed?
Yes, but there's only a few people that you can tell.
That's
Because if you
right.
tell some people that don't believe, then they're only going to laugh at you or look at you funny. But if you know people that understand, like I can have a conversation with you, I can have a conversation with you.
Not me.
But more
you're
and more
nuts anyway.
people, absolutely more and more people are waking up to what we're talking about.
Oh, look at
You
here.
have
And they get
conversation,
delivered.
and you've had
Wow.
dreams and stuff like that about past lives that incur you? You? Never? Or you don't remember?
Yeah, it's possible. I don't remember, but I don't think so.
But usually in order, I mean, not
You're going to be
everybody
here for a little bit?
is ready to even, I wasn't myself at one point. But you'll have something usually, if it's your time, it will waken you up a little bit, as you did, and as I
I'll
did
read
with
through
that
it.
book. That book was amazing. Well, I went to a lecture once, somewhere here actually, and he started by saying, I think it was book, that's why I bought the book, we never die. And those words, I didn't understand what I do now. It just opened I said, oh my God, I got to listen to this.
Yeah, sometimes
now.
little
Right.
things just will resonate with you. And
It
make you
resonated.
start
It was my time though. So not everybody has the timing.
Have you seen images of your past lives?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Ever had a dream?
I have, so this is kind of embarrassing, but one time I YouTubed a past life regression thing, thinking, I mean, it's YouTube, come on, like, this isn't really gonna work, but I was just curious because I was like really learning about it, and I couldn't afford to go to a real like past life regression therapist. So I said, let me see what's on the internet. And so they had actual, sessions, like a meditation session on YouTube, where you just lay back and you just follow the instructions and you visualize in your mind the thing that the guide is telling you to visualize. And it takes you through a journey. I forgot what it was, like you're walking through a field and then you find a door and you go in the door and you're just going back and down through a tunnel and like it's kind of trying to take you back. And you enter like a real, if you are in a peaceful state of mind, like you can't do it if you're hooked up on caffeine or something. Like you really have to be peaceful, laying there with no distractions, no sounds around you, and just focused on what's being said. And I got into a pretty deep state, and I saw a like some kind of like tribal thing where it was a little foggy, but I saw like huts, like little huts, and it was very tribal. And I felt that I was a man, and that I had a family, and that this is funny because it kind of like relates to my passion about like animals and not wanting to hurt any living beings. The people around me were hunting and bringing back, their kills for their family to eat, and I couldn't do it. I was struggling to do it. I didn't want to kill the animals, and so this is so stupid, but I would go to like a neighbor's hut and like steal a little bit of what they caught and bring it to my family and pretend it was my catch because I couldn't bring myself to do it. And I like woke up from that, like, oh my God, like, I don't know if it's real or not. I have no idea, but
Can I tell you it was real? It was real. I mean, if you think, would your imagination take you that far?
Right, no, absolutely not.
There you go.
For somebody who just said no, that's pretty defined yes.
What do you mean said no?
In other words, when I asked you, you said no, not really, but I had this one incident.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
It only takes one incident, and I think that what we said before, that the venue today is to remember and learn what you didn't. So there's a message for you there, and if you continue to do it over and over again, a lot of people are afraid of it because a lot of people can't live with it.
It was a little scary to like have a glimpse of like a potential past. Like, I mean, that's not, I don't know, like
fear
it's.
will take it away. You try not to be fearful because you'll get so much more. I mean, what you did was great.
I mean, it wasn't great. I was stealing from another family.
No, I don't mean, well, it doesn't matter.
You were borrowing from the rich to get to the poor.
But like, that's what I saw. That, I mean, I don't think my imagination just made that up. That's where I went.
I mean, think about it. Would you think that?
No, definitely
there you go.
not.
That's your answer, Veronica.
But you wouldn't kill animals now. You would find another way.
But it's, I mean, yeah, so it's funny.
That's
like, it really correlates to the person that I am now.
Exactly.
And of
Well,
course,
that's
now
part
we're
of who
living in
you
a day
are.
and age where we have so many other options. I don't have to. But like, if I had that in my heart all the way from back then, that's what I was doing to like not have to physically like cause harm to anything.
But that's just one lifetime. You've had many.
Right.
That was going back quite a little while.
That
then.
was just one.
There might have been another one where you were the giant hunter. I mean,
Who knows?
but these are bits and pieces of the makeup of who you are.
Yeah,
and where your
I
mind
actually, it
goes.
was so long ago that I did that. I kind of, now talking about it, I sort of want to do it again.
Thank you for sharing about
You're
that
welcome.
because that's it was good for you too.
Yeah, it
And
was.
You'll find that you can do that. And you can. People do self-hypnotize themselves. But
Yeah, I mean, it sounds silly just to do it on YouTube, but I really
no,
did.
that's good. They do
work.
wake you up, though. Do they count or anything to bring you up?
They did something, but I had already jolted out of it before they got to that point.
All right.
Like
That's the
it-
only thing I'd be, if you're on your own, a little concerned.
Yeah, no, they did have a thing where they slowly brought you back,
you
but I
back.
had already come back.
Interesting.
You ever been hypnotized?
Tried.
And what happened?
I don't think anything. I don't think I'm hypnotizable.
Did it happen?
Did I get hypnotized? No.
How do you know?
She is.
Because I remember saying it's not working.
That doesn't mean you weren't hypnotized.
I don't think it works. For me, I think it works. I just don't know if
I think you were hypnotized. Juju was hypnotized.
Yeah.
And to today, and I was standing right there when it happened, to today I tell you it didn't work. It never works.
Interesting.
Because you're the one being hypnotized.
Could
so
be.
now I know you were.
Could be.
You were a chicken in another life.
You're funny. All right, you
Well, I
ready?
hope she wasn't a chicken in that lifetime.
Well, she would have saved her.
No, not in this lifetime, but not in that lifetime.
That's really funny.
That was a funny joke.
That's funny. That was good,
Yeah,
Sally.
yeah, thank you.
That was good.
Thank you.
All right, ready to wrap this up? Get
Now I
ready
want to
for.
be hypnotized. We should bring in the hypnosis.
You have to practice meditating. If you're finding that the hypnotizing doesn't work on you, do simple meditations at home because that will help you to get into that mindset so that when somebody else is trying to hypnotize you, because you really have to like be able to quiet all the chatter in the mind and get into like that Zen-like state. So practice meditation if you want to get hypnotized.
Chatter in the mind. Forget about it. It's about 90% everybody
Your
fails.
mind wants to make sure that it's still there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, literally, but
Right.
They can't hypnotize you because you have too much chatter.
Most people, children are hard to hypnotize, I think, and someone.
They don't stand still.
Yeah, they're not gonna. But I mean, you can hypnotize a child. But
How do you know you're not hypnotized now?
well, actually, we are.
How do you
That's
know
another
you're not?
long story. I can go into that too.
Maybe you are. Maybe this is
Maybe
the
we're all
hypnotized
walking
version.
around being hypnotized.
Maybe.
This is all just a dream. That's another story.
There was someone in the studio on Friday. You haven't met her yet. And
Hypnotized?
she does Tantra.
What is that?
It's like tantric sex, but anyway.
Tantra sex?
Yes, but it was about.
Tell me more.
Meditating. You met her at the end.
What does she do?
She's all into meditation and past lives and spirituality, and was trying to tell me I should meditate in front of a mirror for 24 minutes, just talking to myself.
I do that. You do that
I'm
every
like,
morning when you put your makeup on. Oh, no
You just
good.
said that.
Why?
Because
Not like that?
Aldo always told me, and I said to someone yesterday, he told me to look into a mirror and talk. And I nearly did that. I haven't done it since he passed. I nearly did that this morning.
You know, it's really amazing.
Oh my God.
We've been here, what, 5
That's not
years?
coincidence.
I speak and
We
she
talked
understands.
we talk about the mirror in Studio A, and all of a sudden, this is like a new epiphany. So let me ask
Well,
you.
no, I'm telling you because it goes right along with everything that you talk
I
about.
want to meet this lady.
She's coming on Monday.
And
Next
today
Monday.
is Monday.
Next Monday.
And she what now? And she hypnotizes you?
She didn't hypnotize me, but she talked about everything about the mirror and everything that you've always talked about.
But what does she do? How does she bring out your past lives? Look, Josh is here. Look at his past life.
What, Lynn? Lynn University.
Heck, he's growing a beard. He was a bearded man in the past life.
So more to come with that too. And we're going to tune into Call Me Zena today at 2:30. We need to look over these brochures because we need them for Wednesday.
And it begins. She can't finish a subject. You got to finish the sentence. She's coming Monday to do what?
See what we do, how we do it.
I thought she was here Friday.
Got him very interested. I
She was
wonder
here
why.
Friday, but she came at like 4 o'clock.
Oh.
So she
Can't
came
come
just.
earlier for the show. I
So
would
maybe
love
we
to.
should
next
invite
week.
a studio audience where she hypnotize people?
I don't know if she's hypnotizing.
Oh,
Well,
does
She
she
talked
do
about
something.
meditation. She's
Maybe
a
have a meditation
she's a
class.
coach. She does different healing energy. She does energy exchanges. Let's put
So
it
if
that
you want to
way.
be healed, exchanges.
Yeah.
What's this? Like the Bowery? What is this? A bodega?
It's like, you know when you do this with your hands,
Oh my God.
but it would be your hand and my hand. So it's an energy exchange circle. It's not within ourselves, is what she
so
does.
come Monday so you could be exchanged.
That's this next Monday?
Come to my show.
I-
Somebody wants to come to
Bring
some
all your
person
friends.
that's not
Let's
been
bring
here.
everybody
At
from
2:30.
Take it easy.
Sally, how does somebody call into your show? Because I can't always be here at that time.
888-994-4995. Studio A.
I'm
Wow.
not going to remember.
We'll
that.
write it
Let
down
me-
for you.
Yeah, write it down
For
for
the
me.
longest time, why I'm smiling, I could never, because I'm in a trance when I do that,
She's
so
so
I can never
happy.
ever remember the number.
She won't even know your
I
name. She says,
channel,
who's
I
calling?
channel.
Right, okay.
Trent.
So yeah, she said she'll
She
be
could
in
get
on
from
Monday.
Transylvania. What?
She said she'll be in on Monday. But it was
Oh, I'm dying to
interesting
meet this
energy,
chick.
yeah, exchange.
What's her name?
Whitney.
Whitney. Oh, I
Whitney.
know Whitney. We've interviewed her before.
I just met her the first time.
I think I've met her before.
You might have met her before, but she
think
moved here 5 months ago.
In a prior life.
So
So we've got a great
you never
opener
know
for
who
the
comes
show,
into this.
right?
You never know who comes into this studio, but I feel like people who should be here find us.
They do.
And the jewelry lady is the one who introduced us.
Where's she?
Does anyone
She wa-
from the back want soup?
She was here on Friday. She made my necklace.
She was
Or do
here
you want
Friday
another
also?
Yeah,
And where's her daughter?
on her way back.
I don't have any
This
more
is getting
spoons
really
to get
interesting.
On her way back. Anyway, all right, let's wrap this up. More to come on Call Me Zena today at 2:30. You can find Veggie Vera Veronica Green on her website, which is veggievera.com. You can get her books, the cooking books, all her other books about saving the planet, saving animals, and vegan eating. So a lot of great stuff. And Veronica's here with us usually a couple Mondays a month. So more to come with that. And we're talking karma today at 2:30. Yes, Sally?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I think she wants to talk to Veronica.
No,
so.
I sense with her. I always have, but I just didn't want to bring anything up because,
Yeah. No, I'm glad.
because
I'm
I
glad we
can
talked
feel-
about it. It's such a fun topic. I do love talking about that.
All right, so more to come. Get some soup, you guys, and we will see you at 2:30. Call me Zena.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
National Lighthouse Day is celebrated on August 7th to honor the important role of lighthouses have played in guiding ships and keeping sailors safe. Lighthouses are symbols of hope, strength, and direction for people traveling across the seas. The day also recognizes the history and dedication of lighthouse keepers who maintain these important structures. It is a time to appreciate and protect lighthouses as valuable parts of our maritime heritage.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.